Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. These are my full-time thoughts on West Ham 2, Man City 2. A very, very, very emotional day for all of us. There was a big buzz in and around the London Stadium as we were going into the game. You can feel people were being apprehensive. Very, very nice day overall. Weather was shit, of course, but yeah, so talking about the team sheet first of all, as we always do, exactly as I predicted. No changes since Norwich, so we're not going to go into detail of that. Very, very not a lot of respect to the Man City fans, to be honest with you. Not all of them, but the majority of them were unbelievably respectful, especially when the juniors were doing their parade lap before the game, the under-21s and the under-18s. They were clapping. The build up to the game with the video of Noble, they were clapping him all the time. They did the minutes applause on the 16th minute as well, for that matter. So very, very good. I wanted to start the video by talking about that. It was just brilliant from City fans. You know, a lot of these supporters are guys that have seen West Ham struggles. You know, everyone forgets that Man City were at the bottom of League 2 20, 30 years ago, or whenever it was, and they were still selling out 25, 30,000 capacity stadium at Main Road. Was it? Or, well, no, but it'd be, yeah, 30, 40 years ago. Do you know what I mean? It was just massive respect to those. And of course, you've got the Johnny-come-latelys, all the supporters that have grown up knowing that they can win the title, they can win the cup, they can win do you know what I mean? Everything, but obviously the Champions League again. But yeah, as you can tell, I did a lot of singing yesterday in the game and also after the game with my mates at the pub as well. But talking of which, Frankie and Baz, it was lovely to see you. Paolo, Steve, Mikey, Di, really nice to see you guys as well. Hadn't seen any of those guys properly for a long time, so it was nice to have a chat with those guys. So I hope you all keeping well and enjoyed the game as well, guys. If you're watching, put your comments in the comment section below. Let us know. But talking about the game itself, very, very went to plan in the first half. Very, very attacking. We kind of sat back for the majority of the game, as you'd think, but at the same point, 2 goals from Bowen in, 19 minutes. Unbelievably good. A bit of banter going on as well with the officials as well, because one of the early on in the game, one of the officials on the touchline side of where the teams are slipped over, so the game had to be stopped for a little bit because he had a bit of an injury, and we started singing, "Are you Grealish in disguise?" That was funny. I did say to my mates, Grealish is going to score now, you watch, and of course he did in the second half, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Barring 10 minutes aside of the entire 90, where the fuck has Antonio been all season? That was the best I've seen him, any of us I reckon, have seen him play. It was unreal. It was so good from him. It was brilliant. This is the reason why I've said many, many times, not only just because we need to have a striker, we know that, of course, but this is what happens when when Antonio gets a rest. It's what happens. He plays unbelievably well. Yes, okay, he's had about over the 90, he had about 5 or 10, maybe 15 minutes where he's back to his usual irritating self, but in general played unbelievably well. Fluffed an opportunity in the second half. Bowen fluffed an opportunity to get a third goal when in the second half as well by hitting the side netting. But as I say, the 2 goals that Bowen scored in the first half, brilliant. Just the second goal was just unreal. He genuinely sneaked that in. Really, really sneaked that in with probably, I don't know, that much space to go. It was unreal, which is the reason why he tried it in the second half as well. To be fair, he should have passed it to Fornals. Fornals was in the right opportunity as well, and bam, ball's in the back of the net, and we're 3-1 up. I think we would have been 3-1 up at that point. Yes, it was nervy. 100% that was nervy. But guys, don't feel... I mean, right from the start of the second half, we were pegged back straight away, as we always knew we were going to be with City. And you know, I jokingly said when I got to my seat just a minute or so after the second half kicked off, because there was a lot of bottlenecking going on in the ground, trying to get back to the seats, because a lot of people were still standing at having their drinks, which is fair enough. I said, "Oh, we haven't conceded yet," and then a minute and a half later, Grealish scores. Not the best of defending, a little bit too static for my liking, but it's Man City at the end of the day. And likewise with Soufal, don't really think that was a proper free kick in terms of that, because Anthony Taylor was genuinely shit throughout the entire game. I think he made about 2, maybe 3 decisions the entire game that were actually right. Of course, Mahrez missed a penalty. Great save from Fabianski. Beautiful save from him. Fabianski again had a very, 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 very good game. You know, but Soufal was doing his best to try and clear it, but it goes in the back of the net off him. So, and it's 2-2. I said in the preview, 4 points from 2 games is unlikely, but it's not unachievable. We've got a point already. Can we get the 3 points over at Brighton on Sunday? We'll be doing the watch along for that as well. So guys, if you haven't already done so, please do hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, set your notification bell to all, so you know when new content is going up. And also you're prepared for the live stuff as well. So of course, the man of the moment comes on for Lanzini on the 77th minute. Fornals comes off and Johnson comes on at 90 plus 2, and Antonio comes off for Yarmolenko with like 9 seconds to go. It was like 5 minutes of added time in the 90th, just to say thank you to everybody. And what a guy Andrei Yarmolenko is, because as obviously all the videos been going up over social media showing that he was giving West Ham gifts to Ukrainian refugees after the game. Well, more specifically, kids, refugees. Just beautiful. Very, very good. I love the bloke. It's a real shame we're not going to keep hold of him, but his family circumstances and the political things that are going on at the minute, totally understandable. Saving his wages, of course, in a week or so's time, but we'll miss him. Definitely miss him. And of course, we're going to miss the man of the moment as well, Mark Noble. Lovely ceremony at the end of it. The video intro was the song that we all sang during it. And it was just, yeah, it was very, very emotional. I don't want to go into it because it was upsetting watching it, and I don't want to talk about that too much because I want to try and focus this on purely the game. But Mark, 549 appearances for West Ham. He's lived your fantasy. He's lived my fantasy. He's lived everybody's fantasy about being a West Ham fan and being a West Ham player. You know, it's just, it's unreal. So I will never, ever forget you, Mark. But guys, as always, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on the game. And yeah, the preview will be coming up for Brighton away. It'll be coming up on Thursday for Patreons. If you want to become a Patreon, links in the description. Very, very cheap. £3. £3 a month. Excuse me. And it will be going live on YouTube on Friday as well. So you get 24 hours advanced access on Patreon. But in the meantime, guys, look after yourselves even, and I will see you very, very soon. All the best.